Hello, good morning. Mwasize mutya bannange. Kaakati katwogeremu ku zino ensonga entonotono think zituyambe okwetegeera n'okumanyiganya. Kaakati naye ensonga gye njagala okwogerako mbadde njagala Madam Nambooze atandike eddiiro. Nze ddemikiriza nga bulijjo kanzije mbabuuzeeko.
Of order. But because if it is true, Museveni's government has alleged and uncontested on this show, tegende tekawo bugangsi nibugenda nga butemula abantu ng'ekigendererwa kyayo efune weeyingirireyo mu public sifa nayo kaganga akamu ne wekaba ka KNUP nga gavumenti eri mbuyinza ekikola kushobweti ng'etuddeko minisita nekyogerwa nekigwa uncontested n'agenda ku bibye birala. Katonda mu ggwanga lyaffe lino, Katonda asaasire eggwanga lino Katonda asaasire eggwanga lino Uganda. Ekyo nga nkimaze simanyi oba abatukulembera azuukuka buzuukusi n'ayambala empale ye ne kooti n'agamba ngenda kwogera ku TV. Mundaba ng'agamba n'omukazi mundaba ngenze ku TV. Oba basoma ku bitabo. Gavumenti ya Uganda yakola etteeka ne tulikola mu Parliament. Baliyita Political Parties and Organizations Act. Etteeka erifuga ebibiina by'obufuzi ne organizations zonna endala ez'ebyobufuzi. Ng'ekigendererwa bagamba nti togayanga kabiina ka byabufuzi konna akatandiseewo. Abantu abatandika ng'abanafunafu oluusi bamala ne bafuga eggwanga. Gwe omuntu eyalaba ku kibiina kye bayita UPM mu 1980 I was in P4 ekyali kikulemberwa mwami Museveni.
Good morning. I think it's not helping a lot to say hello everybody because we are wasting time. People who watch the videos want to get to the nitty-gritty. Today I'm here to talk about how I've always said when you are in politics, you must know how to pin your challengers, how to pin your opponents. You must know how to counter. That's the language in politics which is used. Yesterday, we saw a good debate from Honorable Boti Nambooze, the MP from Kon. When she pinned it down, the minister who was on the stage on the same platform on NBS, that Lomushan made a big allegation to call opposition as a gang, it's not accepted. And I'm so grateful Boti Nambooze was there. She did not let it go away. And this is what we are meant to be doing, we people in opposition, that we must employ, we must adapt to the language that we counter. How could Lomushan call opposition a gang? And we keep quiet. That is not very right. This is what Lomushan did. Unfortunately, Nambooze replied.
Because there were gangs nga zitemula abantu naye nga zaali kigendererwa kyazo kyali kyakuleetawo embeera ng'embeera esobola okubamu obuyeekera esobola okubamu ebintu bingi nnyo. So this is the states, occupation states zikola ebintu bingi nnyo kati zaazimba gangs zino okukola ebintu bwebityo nnyo nga birimu okutta ate nga balina okuzicontrol tucontain them using drones wamu n'ebirala babeera bakubagana. Ng'omaliza ddemu kino Lomushan osobedde. Oyina endowooza egamba nti opposition eriwo ganga za state yazizimba. Absolutely. So kati endowooza yinoyini yendowooza yinoyini endakoma minister.
Now, that tells you all our prisoners, NUP prisoners, they are in prison because it's government making. Not because they are gangs, but the government is convincing themselves they are building up gangs. This is why we should never give up to demand our political prisoners. Forget about the stories behind that. We must demand the prisoners to be released. Now, when you see NBS, we need to counter today to send messages non-stop. When I get time, I'm going to do it. I'm not feeling well at all. So we need to put and pin NBS because now it is becoming a big problem on NBS. That at one time they hosted this man with a pistol and he was threatening Lord Mayor. It's not acceptable. Yesterday, they hosted Romushan, who is calling opposition as a gang. It's not acceptable. It doesn't matter, dictatorial regime, wherever, you cannot call opposition as the gangs. And the minister was sitting onto the table. So this is what I tell you. We need to learn all these trades, how we pin, how we speak, how we respond. We can see what numbers he did yesterday. He pinned the minister. How can you accept such allegation? He pinned the Kasolo. He took him to the cleaners and teach him about policy. Don't come and talk when you don't know the policies. And he pinned him. Don't talk about NEP member policies or wherever if you don't know. If you don't know, go into the EC. So fellow Ugandans, so we need to start having messages rousing the population. That is my main point today. The message we are picking up on each other, fighting on each other, is not going to help. Let us get messages that is rousing the population, that is going to get angry. The population is already angry. The population is already fed up. But unfortunately, they've been worn down. The government has worn them down. I said to you, Matia Kasaja said, we are going to fight and win over opposition by inflation. Poverty is pinching. Poverty is taken over. Poverty is put people into positions that they don't want. The people, they are very poor. So we need a message that is going to lift people, those poor, rich, educated, that is going to rouse people and say enough is enough. When they look at things in the national interest, people, they are pushed to the wall, but it is very difficult for them to stand up. The message that when we talk about each other, we fight, we made bad comments about each other. It is not helping. It makes us, even those who are joining us, they are not going to join. Those within us, they are going to give up. Those within us, that is what it says indirectly. You are helping Museveni. As we speak for now, NRM is in a comfort zone. Remember the people power spirit where it started. It didn't start by bickering or fighting each other. It was about the issues affecting Uganda. It was about pinpointing, exposing what the government was not doing, what they want to be done. And the whole country was all rosing up. All the whole country was uplifted. All the whole country was ready to join and say, we are going to join to get these people out. That is the message we want for now. For them, they are preparing sticks to beat us, wielding sticks. They are preparing sticks. What are we preparing? Let us get a message that is going to rouse big numbers and numbers. Freddie Rumba, you've got numbers. Tell them that message. The message, breaking news, the secrets is good. But tell them a message that is going to say, for me, now, then, today, kufa kufa. No, we must do something. Otherwise, these people, they are walking away. When I watched the NBS, this is why I said to you, always be independent. Have your independent mind. They said you don't watch NBS. You watch it, but you take the points. You know how to spin. You know how to make sense of what they are talking. I watched Joel Senyo when he said something to focus on issue. When he was telling the NBS TV, how can he be interested in infights, conflicts in NUP when you don't want to concentrate on national issues? So if you don't watch it, you miss it. When they tell you don't watch NBS, listen to them, but make your mind. Let us be independent. At this time, we need to be independent. Things are very, very bad. The only way people they can see is to be compromised by the government, is to work with the government. I spoke to top people, I'm not going to mention here. Now I know deep down, deep, those people I spoke to, they are not even in any, but I spoke to deep people and they said to me what they think, how they feel. Things are bad, I'm telling you. You can even cry, roads are bad, potholes. You cannot go anywhere now. So whatever we are doing, let us learn to pin our political challenges. We call them opponents or challenges. Let us go to them toe by toe. You cannot call a political party, you cannot call them gangs, and you are standing on the national interest, national TV. I want to call people. Please, there are so many people you are using NUP name, NUP connections, NUP platforms in Uganda. We give you jobs to do, to support your businesses. I'm calling you to do the business, to do the work. If you don't want to do the work, refund the money back. It is unfair. We pay you to get the money back, you don't give it. Even if we give you that, give me back 50%, you don't give it. You are spoiling the name of NUP. We give you money to go and visit the prisoners. We give you money to do this. You don't do it. I'm telling you. Whichever little I gave out whatever I can. But I'm telling you, Demi is Demi. You can take my mutwalo. You can take all kumi. Now you are blocking for millions and millions to come. Because I'll say something. I will use my credit. I'll use the credible, the evidence I have to put out. Why would you spoil the name for NUP? NUP. Why would you use the name for NUP? We are about transparency. Something now I have worked out. Last year, I worked out so quickly what NRM plan and strategy was. And now I know what NRM strategy this year is. I think I'll speak about it tomorrow if I have time. Now I know it, what they have employed, and by chance I bumped into somebody big and had an interaction with him for 5 minutes. I recorded everything. So I know now where now they are ganging their plan and strategy against NAP. But we need to stand firm. We need to stand together. We need, for me, Nairobi we need to have this help and support. Help and support. In NUP, we have got code of conduct. So we are moving in the right direction. But things on the ground, they are like, no. And people now, they cannot stand and say, we stand, we do this. No, people, they are looking for food. February is coming, they are looking for school fees. We need to find out how are we going to intervene. We need to tell them you are looking for fees for food. It would be better. Those are the messages we need to have. The messages of creating angers towards us. It is not going to help. It is going to break us down. And to break Ugandans is so easy because Ugandans, we are about emotions. Anything you are not happy, you surrender, you're giving things to go wrong. So Ugandans, as always, I didn't say this in the beginning. I pray for those who are not well, those in a captive. We are all in a captive, sick, missing families, everybody. And I'm gonna see so many families today. So I pray for them. And don't forget, we've got the biggest problem maybe in the whole world. Uganda is the third poorest country. We have got 80 trillion Uganda shillings, 21 billion US dollars. So we've got the poorest country, losing the youngest children 330 per day, losing 19 women per day, 21 brutality, 21 in accident. We don't have income. They are taking money. How can you give 423 billion for meadows, which we can make out of reef, out of woods, out of anything, but you don't have aspirin. You don't have. How can Salim Saleh claim I gave money to so and so? Where does he work? Listen to numbers, how he gives up all this information, all this pinning, is pinning them in a political world, political arena. Let us leave the other arena. Let us come in the political arena. We need more people who can debate. We need more people who can debate. We need more people who can critical analysis or analyzing. We need people who can make sense of what other people they say. We need spinny doctors onto our side. We have got all these people propaganda. They are good. We need them. They are doing a good job and they are keeping us going. But we need now more experts to come on board when they speak about this. How do you analyze that? How can you pin somebody? Where do you get this money you claim you give people? Where do you work? How can you pin the URL? Does these people pay taxes? How do they get the money? We need to know. But what I tell you, the more we speak, there is always change. The words we have spoken, they have worked very well. I'm telling you. This is why I'm telling, don't give up to demand the prisoners every day. I'm calling the people in the cabinet, NUP members to come and attend. So we had said Nyaswanyana is not well, maybe others they are not well. But whenever you comment, now the charges on MTN transferring money is cheaper. You can send 1 million for 1,000, but to withdraw, there is a little bit. So there is, when you make noises, we have to make noises. And we have to pin all these people. Forget about these sensational messages, audios of Kashumba. Don't even waste your time. They are not taking us. We need to counter Kashumba, a strategist from Moho's project. But I'm telling you, I end up by saying to you, Museveni is rotten worried. Museveni, I repeat, is rotten worried. Museveni is looking for exit. So that is what it is. Thank you for watching. Your comments, you share, you give your comment. I come back, tell me keys as always. I think I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I need to tell you the strategy of NRM. I think you see it, but you don't recognize. But I've got evidence that is what they have come up with to attack NUP. And you're gonna hear that once I tell you, you will just acknowledge. You know it, but it's me to mention that. As always, Demikiza. Yesterday I talked about policy. Numbers repeated the thing. I couldn't believe it. So we need to know the policies. We don't need to run away. Let us argue by policies. For me, I'm not going to jump on that. I've got people who annoyed me on the ground. Eat my money. Eat my money. Demikiza's money. But ebintu biruma nnyo saagala kubyogerako wano online because I love NUP too much. So musibe bulungi, tusibe bulungi, kangende ndaba abaana bano bonna, abazadde bano bonna. I hope I feel better. Naye obulamu bubi, bannange mpulira bubi, ndi mulwadde, naye obulwadde sibujja bwa wiiki, obulwadde bwajja ddala like 2 weeks ago. Nafuna oyo gundi nawulira nina amwogerako, kirwadde ne kinkuba, naye omubiri mubi, ndi mulwadde nnyo, nasuze ku ddagala, nzuukukidde ku ddagala. Naye ng'ate I have to do whatever I have to do and I have to move out. Kangende ndaba abaana bano n'abazadde bano twogere, nja kubaddira edda enkya. People power, our power, NUP everywhere NUP. Mbadde neerabidde. Mwami Kasolo Haruna bw'oba olaba vidiyo eno, ngenda kugoba mu famire yaffe. Njagala nkidde Mwami Kasolo Haruna batandise okuyita ow'effamire yaffe, sigenda kukikkiriza. Ngenda kugoba mu famire. Manyi bwe ngenda okugobayo.